Good morning, guys. Well, you should see all of the flowers. There were tons of flowers here yesterday. Some of them are closed up because they typically last about a day. But since I've had these over here, the flowers have just been a blooming. They've been really blooming like crazy. These must have been some from yesterday, but then you can see the ones that are opening today. Anyway, they're everywhere. Crazy how they're still blooming and or whatever after they've been dug up. Anyway, this is half of the sweet potato vines. I took the rest of the sweet potato vines to the front yard, and Stevie Ray's been having fun with them. So I got up this morning and I decided I would start altering my flower beds. It's going to be a while before it's going to be a while before anything happens here. There's a lot going on, so I'm not going to be able to attend to my garden, and I will be able to work in my garden, a, a couple of hours every morning before my husband has to go to work, and maybe not every morning, but so yeah, that's how it's going to be for a while. Anyway, I started altering my flower beds. If you can see, this was actually like for an inch and a half, being 5 foot, because I did cut my boards 4 foot. This board here is cut at 4 foot. It was right here, but 4 foot plus those little bricks, two of those little bricks and this 4 foot board make it almost 5 foot. Anyway, so I have reconfigured it. So I have just, what I've done is I've taken this board from here. This was the 8 foot board, and I moved it over here. And then I took that 4 foot board here and moved it here because I knew it fit, because these are still the same distance apart. This I don't plan on moving this in. But so what happened is that I went ahead, I didn't move these boards here, and there was an 8 foot board from here to here. That's the 8 foot board there. So this distance here is shorter than 4 foot now. So that's why I went ahead and used this 4 foot board here, and then I'll need another 4 foot board here. And then I'll need two boards, one here and one here, but those will need to be less than 4 foot. So, a couple of inches less than 4 foot. So I'll cut those later and go from there. So then all I got to do now is, this already has fabric underneath it, and then the bark mulch is on top, so I can just put this dirt on top of this, and I want to say fabric cloth, but that don't make sense because fabric is cloth. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I lost my train of thought. So basically that's what I'm doing. I'm basically making this 5 foot smaller. So I'm not going to have this space here. The bed, I didn't have to move this one. I decided to leave this one here since it was already here. And then I moved this one. I moved this one because this board here is a 4 foot board. So I put the 4 foot board here. That 4 foot board came from here. And so this makes the proper distance, because I have this space, this 8 foot board, this 4 foot board, and then I'll have 8 foot, 8 foot, and then 4 foot, and it all works out the same. It'll be the same on both sides. So yeah, and whatever, if it's not the same, it'll be close enough. Because whatever happens when I'm done, I'll just cut this board. I don't actually need a board right here. I just need a board right here, one right there, and then one down here. And I'll just cut those 2 boards to whatever my measurements are when I'm done. And yeah, so that's about it. So I gotta dig all this up and throw it in this bed now. And I don't know. I did consider doing that to this side when we went to put this fence in, so I'd have more room to walk through here. But yeah, my husband didn't like that idea at all. So I possibly may make this bed smaller. I won't flip it like I did. I won't like take this and leave it here and then move this on the other side. What I'll do is I'll just cut this board shorter and then move it over, and then move all this over, and then obviously I'll have to cut that board shorter. But I'm not doing it now. I might not even do it this year, because right now what I'm focusing on is moving this over, and this will make this bed slightly shorter. And it may even be this size, because this one is not 4 foot. And so I did have that like 1.5 inch piece of wood laying there. I don't know what happened to it that we cut off. I showed y'all before what we cut off, and when I first made these beds, if you remember, that was so long ago. But and so then I'm gonna have 2 boards. I'm gonna have 2 8-foot boards right here. I have this 8-foot board, and then I have that 8-foot board there. And so now I'm going to start raising the bed. So I can use one 8-foot board here and one 8-foot board here and make this 2-foot bed. And so then I only need 1 board here at the end. And then as time goes on, I'll move around the bed. I won't be able to make it 2 foot all the way around it. I only originally, when I first started doing this, thought that I would just take this whole, I thought, I'll just take all this stuff and move it over here and make this whole side 2 foot higher, and then this would just be 1 foot, and then I could just cap it off down here so they have a 1 foot and then a 2 foot. But I really hated to lose this bed here. It's probably going to still be a little wider than I need it, because it doesn't really need to be more than 4 foot, because it's hard to get across. And I originally only meant to make them 4 foot, but in my calculations, I just cut the board in half and used 4 foot boards. But with 2 of these, that makes it almost 5 foot. And I tried to make sure I put this on the inside. I guess I should flip that around so the clean side will be on the outside. But anyway, I try to make sure I got the dirty side on the inside of all of these, because I put this one here too, and then this one here. And look, I did dig that little sweet potato up. It was underneath this one right here. But yeah, I mean, I still got lots of, leveling and stuff to do, but I'm losing 5 foot of bed. Look at that. It's a little disheartening, but it's exciting at the same time, because one of the things is that I'm not really losing 5 feet. I'm only really going to be losing a 5 by 5 square, because I still have this bed. It's just moved over. The only space that I won't have is the space out here. It's only going to be this 5 by 5 foot space here that will no longer exist, because technically this space will still exist. It'll just be right here. I just moved it over. So yeah, and it'll kind of give me more soil, since I don't really have all that much soil, but not a lot, because all I'm going to have is this 5 foot area of soil to add to this. But you know what? I had no idea that how much soil I didn't have until I pulled all those vines up. And this bed is like completely empty. So, I mean, I have a little dirt over there, and But these beds are don't have very much soil in them, to nothing, no soil. And really, this bed seems to be the only bed that had soil in it. So, yep. Anyway, this one I thought was almost to the top, but apparently, yeah, apparently not anymore. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I definitely have a soil problem. I need to win the soil lottery where I need about 3 12-yard dumps. And that's probably not enough, but at least it will get me started with this thing. Because this, I'd like to make this 2 foot. And yeah. Anyway, so I guess I better stop dawdling. These are really the only flowers I have left. And probably when I move them, they'll die, because these were pulled up out of the ground when I pulled the other ones out, and they're not looking too hot. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I didn't mean to carry on. It's such a nice, beautiful day, but I need to get back in the house. My husband just left for work, so I let him out, lock the gates. It's my blackberries. They're just starting to grow well. It's amazing. Maybe they don't like hot weather. And I have lots of other things that I am considering doing. Like, I'm thinking about putting cardboard down here. I don't know where, when, or if it'll be this year. And I will probably start with these beds and then fill them up the rest of the way with dirt. I might even dig this out, put the cardboard down, and then fill them back up. We'll just have to see. I'm not really going to have that much time from now on, so we'll just have to see how it goes. And one reason I'm moving this bed is because I want to build a porch here. I realize I have a cement slab here, but I'm going to be covering that up with wood. And I'm going to be bringing it out from the house. Out here will be a total of 14 feet, I believe. 14 feet is a roundabout number. The number could grow depending on the size of the boards. And also, like right here's 14 feet. From right here to right here. From this board here to right here is 24 feet. 24 feet from here to the board over there. I'm thinking about making it 14 deep by 24 wide, which will end right here on this side of the window, right here. And then it will go all the way over to here. This here is my mark for 14 feet. Right there. I measured it the other day. And then this makes 24 feet right here. So it will be on this side of the window, probably over here somewhere. And then 14 feet from the house to right here. And I was thinking that if these boards right here come in 12 feet, 12 and 12 is 24. That's where I'm getting my 24 measurement, because I'll run 2 long this way And I don't want a divider in the middle, so I will probably, you know, I'll stagger them, but that'll be a nice size. And you know what I'm thinking? Wow. From here, right here somewhere, to right there is 24 feet, and then from right here to right there is 14 feet. 14 by 24. That looks like such a small space. But I'm just thinking, how in the world can anybody live in a 9 by 11 bedroom or a 10 by 11 bedroom? Because this looks so small. I'm just saying. I mean, I know that's how big bedrooms are, but wow. So yeah. Man, I'm excited. But I got my work cut out for me because I'll still have to cut one board there. I don't know why I was thinking I had to cut one here, because no, I don't. No board here, just one board here and one board there. And it'll be done. That's all I have to do. Put a board here, and then start filling the dirt in. So that's where I'm at. And this project here, I'm not even going to be doing this year. I'm getting my space ready, and I didn't want to make this bed 2 foot tall and then have to move a 2 foot tall bed. The only reason why I'm not starting on it now, because I did plan on starting on it, these boards here, these are deck boards. These boards here are, well, like $7.57 when I bought them. These are 12-foot boards. And then these boards right here are 4x4s, I believe. And they were $7 and some change too. They were both under $8. And now these boards here are 12-foot ones are $15 or $16 and some change, and then these are $15. So they've doubled in price. So I'm not doing it till the prices go back down. And they just said it's a supply and demand thing. They have so much demand, they're raising the prices. Well, my husband said they had plenty in stock. They just raised the prices. And several people who own tree farms are saying that they're not being paid anymore for the trees. But the lumber company, like Lowe's, Home Depot, it's Home Depot I'm talking about, really. Home Depot is the one that is selling them for $15 and $16 and some change. That's where I bought these, and that's where I was looking at prices. So anyway, the tree guy says they're not paying him anymore for the same lumber, but they're charging us more. They're doubling their prices, and they still got a good stock. It's not like Clorox wipes, you can't even get them. Okay, I'm just rambling, guys. Okay, guys, this is with the Born Your Chickens. Do my love and my hugs. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me tell me what you are planning for your new year. If you are adding new beds and or improvements. Like I said, my improvements won't happen till lumber goes down. If lumber goes down, I guess I won't have it. Anyway, guys, super hugs. Chicken out.